What if I told you reality has been speaking to you your whole life, but you were trained not to hear it? You've brushed it off as coincidence, luck, or random chance. But what if every one of those moments was intentional? What if reality is trying to guide you? Today, we're diving into synchronicity, the hidden language of the universe, what it is, why it happens, and how you can actually start working with it to change your life. Let's start with something simple. You're thinking about someone you haven't spoken to in years, and they suddenly text you. You're about to give up on a dream, and the perfect opportunity falls into your lap. Or maybe you keep seeing the same number everywhere, 111, 222, 333, as if reality is underlining something for you. These aren't random. They're synchronicities. They're reality nudging you, saying, pay attention. Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, coined the word synchronicity. He described it as meaningful coincidences, events that line up so perfectly it feels like the universe itself is involved. But this isn't just a new age idea. Ancient cultures understood it. Mystics, shamans, philosophers all study the way reality speaks through signs and patterns. The problem is, in the modern world, we've been trained to dismiss it. Society says life is mechanical, random, and indifferent, that these moments are just your brain playing tricks. But what if that conditioning is the very reason you've been ignoring the messages? Think back to childhood. You were naturally tuned in, you trusted your gut, you noticed patterns, you felt connections you couldn't explain. But every time you mentioned it, you were told, it's just your imagination. Over time, you stopped paying attention. School reinforced it. Education wasn't about intuition or awareness. It was about memorizing facts, following rules, and ignoring anything that didn't fit the system. And yet, some of the greatest minds in history knew better. Jung, Tesla, Einstein, they all saw that reality was patterned, intelligent, connected. But talk about this openly today, and you'll be labeled irrational or naive. So let's break it down. How do synchronicities actually work? First, your reticular activating system. This part of your brain filters what you notice. Ever buy a new car and suddenly see that exact model everywhere? It was always there. You just weren't tuned into it. Synchronicities work the same way. Once you decide they matter, your mind starts noticing them. Second, quantum physics shows us that observation changes reality itself. What you focus on literally influences outcomes. Your thoughts and emotions carry energy, and that energy attracts matching experiences. Third, your subconscious mind. While you're distracted, it's constantly scanning for connections, guiding you toward what you've set an intention for. Synchronicities often show up as the breadcrumbs it leaves for you. So skeptics can say it's just pattern recognition, but that doesn't explain why these events feel so personal, why they show up at exactly the right time, and why they often lead to life-changing outcomes. Synchronicities come in different forms. Here are a few to watch for. Repeating numbers, 1111, 222, 333. Number sequences often show up when you're aligned or need to pay attention. Symbolic encounters, songs, animals, objects, or phrases that appear at the perfect moment. If it feels meaningful, it is. Perfect timing, the right person at the right place, or doors opening just as you're ready to step through them. The key is, don't just shrug them off. When one happens, pause and ask, what was I just thinking about? What question have I been holding on to? Is this confirming my direction or challenging it? Keeping a synchronicity journal can be powerful. When you write them down, patterns emerge. You'll start to see how reality has been guiding you all along. So how do you bring more synchronicities into your life? 1. Set clear intentions. Literally ask the universe for a sign. Say, show me I'm on the right path. Then stay open. The sign might not show up how you expect, but you'll feel it. 2. Raise your frequency. Meditation, gratitude, and visualization shift your energy. When you're tuned into curiosity and openness instead of fear, synchronicities multiply. 3. Take action. This is the big one. Synchronicities aren't just signs to notice, they're doors to walk through. If you keep ignoring them, they stop. But when you act, more and more appear. So here's the truth. Synchronicities aren't rare. They've been happening your whole life. You just weren't paying attention. Once you start noticing, trusting, and acting on them, your whole reality shifts. Life stops being random. It becomes alive, intelligent, interactive. And it starts guiding you toward exactly where you're meant to be. The only question is, are you listening? If you felt anything in this video resonating, write synchronicity in the comments below. Please consider subscribing to keep discovering how life opens doors when we move in sync with the universe. Thank you for watching.